Welcome into this edition of the Big Ten Hockey Report. I'm your host, Rick Pizzo. No time to waste, so let's get right to it with this week's Highlight Express, which begins in Ann Arbor. Number 9, Michigan hosting Minnesota. Game tied up at 2. Boo Nieves takes the puck and takes it with speed as only Boo Nieves can. Justin Selman the assist on the goal as Michigan takes a 3-2 lead. Same score under a minute later. Kyle Connor pokes it loose to Tyler Mott. Connor gets the rebound put back. Part of a hat-trick night for the youngster. Michigan wins on Friday 8-3. To Saturday, Minnesota trying to even up the weekend series, up 2-1. Eric Shearhorn makes the initial save, but Connor is there for the rebound and score. He'd finished with 5 goals in the series. We are tied up at 2, but just seconds later, Vinny Lettieri from a sharp angle pass Zach Nagelvort as Minnesota wins the Saturday game and evens up the series with a 3-2 victory. Short trip down the road to East Lansing. Michigan State playing host to Wisconsin. Scotty on top 3-2. Mackenzie McEachern, Matt Jarusik unable to make the stop as Michael Ferrantino dives in and scores. We are tied at 3. Late in the third, Justin Humayan goes 5-hole for the goal. That would be the game winner as Michigan State wins the Friday night opener at Munn 4-3. Saturday, Wisconsin trying to even up this weekend's series. Midway through the second, Badgers on top 1-0. Matthew Freitag causes the turnover and does the business end all by himself, beating Jake Hildebrand. Scotty up 2-0. Later in the second, shot from the point directed by Luke Kunin. Jarusik 28 saves in the shutout win as Wisconsin takes Saturday's game 3-0. Minnesota has 9 points overall to lead all Big Ten teams. Michigan 2-1, 1-1, and just 1 point behind the Gophers. Penn State 6 points, but remember the Nittany Lions have only played 2 games. They're unbeaten in that weekend series a week ago against Michigan State. Penn State, meanwhile, played a standalone non-conference game on Friday night, making easy work of Princeton on the Nittany Lions' way to a 9th straight unbeaten game. Penn State now ranked among the top 15 in this week's USCHO poll and in the top 10 in the pairwise, which eventually sets the field for the NCAA tournament. In that 6-3 win over Guy Gadowski's former team, Penn State outshot Princeton 45-25. 4 different players scored, including Tommy Olczyk, who offered up his first ever career hat trick. The numbers are mind-boggling for the Nittany Lions. Hard to believe this is just the 4th season of Division I hockey for Penn State after making the transition from the club level. They played 1 year where they split time between being a D1 scheduler and playing some former club teams. Now, 3rd year inside the Big Ten, and they are ranked in both major polls, scoring almost 4.5 goals per game. 2nd highest scoring team in all of Division I hockey, and they lead Division I hockey 12 multi-goal games by individuals throughout the course of the year. More on Penn State as we begin our 3 stars, but they begin with the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. Junior Hudson Fasching, 3 goals this past weekend against Michigan and led all Big Ten players with 12 shots. Fasching, no stranger to the weekly awards, this his 5th nomination. As promised, Penn State makes an appearance in this week's 3 stars thanks to Mr. Hat Trick Tommy Olczyk. Not just his first career hat trick, but his first ever career weekly award. Guy Gadowski saying that Olczyk has been, for his entire career, the heart and soul of this program. Kyle Connor is just getting started at Michigan, but the future is awfully bright for the young Wolverine freshman. 5 goals and an assist this weekend against the Golden Gophers. Connor becomes the first Michigan freshman to score a hat trick in over a decade. Last time it occurred way back in 2001. We will bring you the 3 stars of the week each and every week here on the Big Ten Hockey Report. Kyle Connor of Michigan, Tommy Olczyk of Penn State, and Minnesota's Hudson Fasching earning the awards this week. And that wraps up today's edition of the Big Ten Hockey Report. We'll be with you throughout the course of the entire season, really diving into the Big Ten Conference when conference play begins in earnest starting in the new year. We'll see you then.
Big rebound. Connors got the hat trick.
Nice pass in front. Here comes Lettieri.